Hello everyone, Amy with Campbell Creations, and today I am going to be doing my very first Sam's Bead Box project. So we are going to be using Sam's Bead Box August 2024 Citrus Celebration, and out of that collection that we received, I'm going to be doing a fun necklace, bracelet, and earring set. I'm using the kind of excitable colored pieces for my first project, and I'm planning to gift this to my niece. So I'm really excited to get this done. So first we're going to start with our necklace, and we are going to start with the focal of that necklace. So what I'm using is this awesome little resin citrus slice. I have went through the mix that they sent us, and I've pulled out some of these white little 11-0 seed beads, and then out of the little check glass mix I pulled out some of the greens, and we are going to be making a bail with these. So to make this bail, I'm just going to be coming through with this scrap piece of wire I have. Actually, the scrap piece, I'm pretty sure it is Bead 7 strand and satin silver, but I had it left over from another project, and I'm a fan of utilizing that. So we are just going to be coming through here to make a bail, and I am wanting one of our little seed beads on either side of this. And then I'm just going to be putting 3 of our little green beads with one of our seed beads in between on each side. This is going to be a really simple bail, but I think it's going to be really cute for this piece. So we'll put these on. And I was so excited to get home and get started on these. I had received this box, and I had received the GGC bag, and then I had to take off and go to Dallas for work. And I had to just sit on my ideas. And it's not easy for me to sit on my ideas. I took, of course, my goodie bag with some of my wire and some of my beads. Took that with me, but I can't take everything. And boy, I wanted to. So I'm so happy to be here and to be doing this. So we have a little bail that we're making here. See how that's going to come up? So let me lay this out for just a second because I didn't get out a crimp tube. Let me open this clamshell connector. We're going to be using stainless steel today. So I have stainless steel clamshell connector. I'm going to get out one of our crimp tubes, and it doesn't matter what color crimp tube because it is going to be inside of that little clamshell connector. So I'll grab out one of these. And then what we're going to be doing is putting our clamshell connector on the top. Get these a little more even. Get him down in there. It's a little bit of a snug fit, but it'll be okay. And then we will get our crimp tube. Okay, I'll slide him down in there. And I'm wanting this bail to go sideways. So I'm wanting it to go this way so I can string it right on the necklace. Right, so I'm going to get this evened up. Make sure that he is to the side. He's not going to want to stay at the side, right? He's going to want to flip around. So let's just actually leave him. We'll leave him flipped for just a moment, and we are going to come in, grab a hold of our crimp tube. They are side-by-side wires. Give a little squeeze. That way it holds that. And then I'm going to come in here and put this sideways that it stays. And I will finish out Squeezing this up so that we're nice and secure. So we'll trim off our ends. And I'm going to close him up sideways. So we have our little bail here. Cute, right? So then, let me move these a little bit to the side. For the wire that I'm using for the necklace, I cut this to about 10, 11 inches. We're gonna have this be used as the focal, and then we'll pull in some stainless steel chain with this. So I'm gonna be using some of the little cubes, the little orange cubes. I think they tie in really well with this color. I love, love, love these little drops. I love them. I need to find more of them. So we're gonna be using them here. I have some of the little check glass green daisies. I have 2 of our little fruit slices and 4 of our orange beads. So I'm going to string this on here, and actually let's get one of these. Let's string him on. Actually, hold on. You see that? See that poking up there? I didn't cut him well enough, did I? Let's open him up and fix that. Let's fix that. We don't want him catching on anything. I'm just going to stick my pliers in here and then open them up, open my pliers, and it kind of opens that up too. So let's come in here a little more. Let's open him up. Yeah, I didn't cut that low enough. Okay, open him. Glad I saw that now and not at the end of this necklace, huh? Too bad I didn't see it immediately. Kind of silly of me. It's going to be kind of hard to get a little lower, but I can do it. And they're so little like that, it's actually kind of hard to get that cut. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Let's close our guy up. That's a bit better. So we're going to string him on. Put another one on the other side because I really like that look. Set those aside. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these guys. So we'll put 5 on each side. These little top drilled guys are so fun. And I think since this is going to be such a bright, cheery necklace, I think these that are a little lighter colored will be good around our focal piece, just to allow some of these other colors to pop. That's what I'm thinking. And hopefully this turns out the way I'm thinking. I've been thinking on this for a couple days now while I've been gone, just biting at the bit to get back home. I'm going to go ahead and even up my wires because I have a feeling these guys aren't going to want to move too much after they get settled. So here's what we're looking at. And isn't that so cute right on top of that bail? I love those kind of beads. Just so much fun. Ah, so much fun. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and put one of our white seed beads on the end of that. And then I'm thinking that we're going to pull in these pops of color. So I'm going to do an orange bead, little white seed bead, and just like those white daisy spacers that we got in the box, that white really allows these colors to pop. And I just love that. So I wanted these white seed beads incorporated just so that these other colors, it could make them pop, help them out with their excitability. That's a word, right? Surely it is. So that is cute, right? And it kind of pulls up that flow. So let's do our other side. This is a very simple stringing project, but so much fun, right? So different from what we normally do. And trust me, I already have several ideas for the rest of this box, but I just really wanted this fun set to get us started and to be my first project for Sam's Bead Box. Especially since it challenges me a little bit, I love that it is my first project. So that is super cute. Now, let's see. I wanted to pull in our little daisies mixed with our cubes, and I'm not going to put a seed bead between these because I want this to be this like top grouping for it. So it's the only area here that's not going to have seed beads in between. But I like how this green pulls in the green that's in our bail. And let's see how. I guess when I counted them out, I wanted a green to start and end. That makes sense, Amy. Okay, but we will put one of our seed beads on the top. And as easy as that, this is the focal for our necklace. So cute, right? So let's move this out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and do clamshell connectors for this. This is very lightweight. And then we will connect it to some chain. So let's set this to the side. With these stainless steel clamshell connectors, we do need to open them, or I need to open them just a little bit more. They're not as open as the brass ones, and they're not as easy to open and close because they're not brass, they're stainless steel. So we have that there. And then let's get out a couple more of our crimp tubes. Let me bead bug this so I don't lose anything. We'll do the one that's farthest away from us first. So we'll get our little clamshell connector on here. There's the little hole. And then our crimp tube. Okay, so let's just bring this up a little bit, since this is side number one. But these won't want to move, so I actually want to go ahead and get this down in here. I forgot about that. We'll just get him good and crimped. Oh, and let me show you, for this wire, I'm using, let's see where I put it. Oh, right next to me. I'm using this 49 strand. This I got from Hobby Lobby, Aculon. And so this is what I'm using for the necklace and for the bracelet. So that 49 strand will work really well since I'm using bead-along crimps. It'll be a nice secure crimp. Okay, and we'll trim him off. And we'll try to get him right down in there so we're not redoing it, right? Close him off. Make sure he's closed really well. And then let's go ahead and just do a little slide. Make sure that we're nice and tight. We don't want this stick straight. We want it to have some movement, but luckily with those seed beads in between, it's easier for it to have that movement. And I want it to be tight also because I want these little guys to pop. I don't want them to be just laying side by side. They're fine if they do, but the tighter this is, the more snug this is, the more those will stay and kind of pop like that. So that's what we're looking for. So we'll put our other clamshell connector on and our crimp tube. Get that down in there. Let's get set here. And then I'm going to give a good pull, good tug before I cinch him. And then I'll finish him off. And I crimp him really, really well. These beadle-on crimp tubes are pretty darn tough. Come down as low as I can get in there, trim him off. And then we'll close him up. And this is our focal. And that's so cute, that little bail, and these little pops here. So much fun, you guys, so much fun. I love that. Now, the chain that we're gonna be pulling in is stainless steel chain. I got this from Temu, and this, they're just little flattened links. I like them. They give, as you can see, let's see from here, you see as they turn how some kind of highlight because they have that flattening on them. I like. So this here, let's look and see what our size is so far. I'm wanting this, let's see, let's come down underneath him because with that, let's make sure we got it here. We're at about 5.5. So I'm wanting about a 16-inch necklace because again, this is going to be for a little. It's not for me, it's for my little niece. So since we're making this for a little one, we are going to make this shorter. So let's come in here with the chain and we'll go right about, let's see here, 6 to right here. And we'll go about 10. So we'll go to about here. Actually, no, that's going to be doubled. So we already have 10. So we just need about 5. I'm thinking of just the 5.5 that's here. So we have like 10, 11. So we're just going to go 5 here. And this is stainless steel, so it's not going to cut as easy. So I'm going to give just a couple, and then I'm going to move it and give that last one. Okay. Now let's get out a piece of wire. Got a piece of wire over here, and let's cut this in half. So we'll go in one side, maybe. In one side, and then through the other. Let's look and see if we have an extra down here. And it does look like we do. Hold on, let me make sure. Yep, there's that one right here. So I'm going to grab him just to know which one I'm looking for. and then I'm going to let the rest drop, and then we'll cut him off. Okay, we're good with that now. Good with that. And then since we are using this stainless steel, let's take a peek here. I'm going to put this around me. This will be so cute, you guys. On a little, this will be just so cute. So she is 8, and I think she will love this so much. So we want to pull in our findings that's also stainless steel. That way, especially with the little, they don't have to worry about it, right? Mama doesn't have to worry about this getting tarnished. A couple of those, and actually, let's get this one for the closure. That way tarnish is not something that they have to worry about at all. I was thinking about just the closure and not the connection. How about that? I will link these. These are all stainless steel. They came like this in their own little nifty container from Amazon. And I have a link in my description. Actually, the link for these is in the description of every single one of my videos. So highly recommend. It's great. It's a great little set. So let's get out our pliers. Let's close this up and move on to the bracelet. It's kind of silly how excited I was about this set, just because it's different for me, and it gave me the opportunity to gift something. So often I'm making these pieces for myself. A lot of the pieces I am making for me, and so I love being able to have someone in mind while I'm making a piece or a set. It just makes it that much more exciting for me, really. As much jewelry as I have, and now I'm not doing craft shows now because I'm busy doing this. This takes up pretty much all of my free time, which is happiness. But since I'm not doing craft shows, I'm making pieces that I love for me, and that is happy stuff. Okay. And this pendant is not two-sided, it's one-sided. The white is not on the flip side of it, so I want to make sure. Actually, let's go this side then. So we have our clasp on the right with our lobster claw clasp. That's good. And then we will just put this on this side. And then our necklace is done. So, so cute. Look at that little necklace. Oh, it's just so cute. I'm loving this. You can't tell, can you? All right. So let's talk bracelet. So I have a 7-inch piece cut. This is not going to be a 7-inch bracelet. This is for a little, and I always say little, sorry, a little person in our family, a kiddo. So we're going to have fun with this bracelet, and you're seeing everything that I'm pulling out from the box, and I have a couple of our stainless steel clamshell connectors here. And so I'm wanting this to tie in with the necklace. So I want these guys here to be our focal. I do want a seed bead in between each of them, and I want a seed bead in between each of our little fruit slices too. So again, pretty darn easy. Let's get this knocked out because I'm excited about the earrings too. I'm just a little excited about all these, right? It's my first Sam's bead box project. And it's for a sweet little niece of mine. Love it. I better bead bug this, right? Just stick him in there. I thought 5 of these would be good, almost like a focal for this bracelet. And I almost thought about pulling in some different color seed beads, but I think this white will look cool, white on white, especially with this white being kind of pearlescent in the seed beads, and then these twist beads kind of having that pearlescent as well, right? So we have this. Really cute. And then let's pull in, I'm wanting to pull in, let's see, I think I might want some color on the side. So let's do one of our orange beads here. Let me take this bead bug off. And let me make sure that we are about center, because I'm already seeing that these aren't going to want to move about. So let's scoot these down. Yeah, they're going to want to just stay wherever they are. So let's get this figured out close. I'll just move them over a tad more. And then we should be good on center. Yeah, that should be good. So we'll put one of these orange guys on either side. That hole is tiny, tiny. And then let's do some of our fruit slices. So let's bring in some more seed beads. And then we will do a yellow seed bead for a spacer. We'll do one of these bright oranges. And I keep glancing over at that necklace, just so cute. Okay. I like. This stuff, these type of beads give me like this retro 80s vibe, because I remember when I was younger, these were, you know, the bracelets, these were the jewelry that we were wearing. And here I am making a piece for my niece. So I'm thinking I don't want seed beads in between these, and I may need to get out some more seed beads anyways, but I don't think I want them in between these because I want this kind of blocked here. Yeah, this is really cute. So cute. I like it. Let's get out some more seed beads because I do think I want one at the end I had just dumped some out earlier and just plucked out the white ones, just like so. And I should have gotten out a lobster claw clasp for the bracelet too, but I sure didn't. Wow, I just threw that seed bead across the table, across the desk. There we go. No. You guys, this one does not want to have a seed bead at the end. It's decided for me. All right, so we are going to close this up. And I thought about even making this as a stretch bracelet, but it's been so long since I made a stretch bracelet, I don't have any of my open eye needles. I need to go get some. That way we can use some of our other beads and we can have a stacking opportunity for her, right? We can make some stretch bracelets to go with this bracelet and then she can stack them. Oh, she would make me so proud if she stacked bracelets. Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, so let's close this guy off in here. Normally on the first side I would go all the way to the tip, but these little center guys don't want to move very easily, so I don't want to move them too much. So I'm just going ahead and coming down, not all the way, but I just went down some. And we are just making sure that this is good and squeezed all the way down. Very good. Trim this off. Fix our cutter. Does your guys's do that? I use it and one side kind of slips down as I'm using it. So every so often I need to fix that up. And this was one of those every so often times. Whoop. He was kind of off, so I was trying to fix him and I made him off the other way. So let me just fix him back, make him right. And close him up. So we want to make sure this is tight, but still have movement, right? We still want flexibility, but we don't want any of this wire to be shown. Okay, so we'll just roll him up. He should be just fine. Very good. And they're not going to move much because these guys don't like to move once they're in their spot. They like to hang out exactly where they are and do their thing. Oh, and on the size of this bracelet, I was hoping for about 5.5, total of 5.5 to 6. And so what we're looking at here is total, when I have that clamshell connector, it'll be about 5 3/4. So you see I went down a little bit more down here to take that into account. And so I think that'll be really good for her. So let's get this finished up. And our crimp. I didn't open him up enough. Let's open him up a little bit more. See if I can do it with that still in there. Tough little boogers. Okay, great. So I'm going to come in here. First, I'm just going to grab a hold of this guy. And then I can get him down in his little groove. There we go. Let's make sure we still have movement because I untwisted him. Good, we do. I'm just going to close him up all the way. There we go. We'll clip him off. He was open quite a bit. If you guys have these stainless steel clamshell connectors, you know. There we go. All right. Super cute. And I think they go really well together. So let's get back out our stainless steel stuff. One for that and one for the clasp. Open him up. Put him on the smaller of the two jump rings I got out. Come on. Flop him around. There we go. Takes a little extra strength for these stainless steel. And oh, you need to go a little bit more there, buddy. Just go a little bit this way. They're so tough. There we go. That's definitely better. Oh, and he's good. Okay. So let's close up the bracelet, and then we'll talk about some earrings. Cute, cute, cute. So for our earrings, I have one made, and I went back and forth on this. I was thinking about adding the slices, but I was like, this is just so cute. I need to do this. I need to go here. So I'm just making a knurled wrapped loop for each of these guys and just connecting them, and I have only a couple dangles here. Cute little earrings. So it's the same chain that I used for the necklace. So let's pull that out. And I don't know why I have 4 of these out. I don't need 4. So let's go ahead and make our little dangles here. So we're going to need some of our white seed beads. Those are 2 different colors, aren't they? One is gunmetal, one is silver. So let's go back to what I got out. Let's have 2 silver. There we go. And I want a pop of white. Let's go here with our cube. Another little pop of white on top of that. And I want this loop to be tiny. Let's pull in our one-step looper. I want a tiny loop. So let's utilize it. So if you haven't seen the one-step looper be used before, I'm just going in, there's a hole in the back where the excess goes out to accommodate the size, and I just have this little seed bead almost at that edge. Okay, and then I'm going to be very slow and easy with this. So you see this is going to come down, cut it, and loop it for me, but it's going to give a little pop, and I definitely see how it gives that pop. Gotta go slow because I do not want to mess up my bead. So we'll come in here, and I could have went a little bit closer. I was trying to be safe because there's a little bit of a neck on him. That's okay. Let's see if I can do better with his friend. So let's come in here. I was so worried about showing it to you, I didn't realize I had moved it a little bit. Obviously, I moved it a little bit. Sometimes there's a little bit of space with it, but usually when you're using the smaller beads, it doesn't happen so often. The bigger beads, yeah, I seem to have more of a gap than, oh, that's what it was. There's a gap between my seed bead and that bead. That would do it as well. Easy does it. It's gonna pop because these head pins, these ball head pins, are also stainless steel, so they're a little bit thicker and tougher than a normal like brass head pin. Okay, and we can close him up, and actually I could wait to close him up since I have to attach him to the chain anyways. So we're done with our one-step looper. Let's talk about what we're doing here with our fruit. So I have some 26 gauge silver wire that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to take off a chunk of it. I'm not measuring this. It's going to be a gnarly wrapped loop, but I'm not going to measure it. I would say this is probably about 10 inches, way more than we need, but I'm going to use that 10 inches anyways. We're going to twist this. So I'm going to go through my bead. Let's move this aside. I'm going to go through the top of my bead, find what is pretty much center. I'm going to fold that up. I'm going to crisscross them because I want that to come right down over the bead here. And I want to make sure whenever I crisscross this that I keep these out to the side. Okay, keep these out to the side like you have an invisible line that's going down from here. Because then what I'm going to be doing is holding on to this, right? So you see that the top part, the one that's crisscrossed over the top, is on the top for where I'm doing this. I'm going to hold on to this and I'm twisting the bead itself. And I'm just twisting it and going up. That's what's nice about this type of wrap or this type of bail that we're putting through. And I think that is plenty. So obviously I have quite a bit left over. Don't worry, I utilize that. But not in this project. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off that top. I'm going to bring in my round nose pliers and we are going to do a wrapped loop. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to bend this back, rotate my wrist to where my palm is facing me, come up and around, rotate my wrist again so my palm is away, come around and give a little kick back. Looks like a little lady's head with her scarf blowing in the wind. Love it. I'm going to hold on to that loop. I'm going to make that come straight out, and I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. It's so easy to do wraps this way. 2, 3, and I'll go around 4. I think on the other ones it doesn't matter really. It doesn't have to be super sequential because these are like these danglies that doesn't have to match the guy that's next to it. Close, right? You want it to be close, but not too bad. So I'm just trimming off that excess. And I'm going to tuck him in with his friends. And there's one of them. So let's do the other. Bring this over here. Let's bring out our wire. Let's get our lime now. Let's come right on through there. Find about our center. I'm just going to bring these up, crisscross them, to where they're right over this guy. So crisscross these, make sure each of these are well to the side, and make sure that the one that's crossed over the top is at the top from what I'm holding. I'm going to grab a hold of this, and I'm just going to be twisting the bead. And I'm holding on pretty securely with my thumb and forefinger. And just keep twisting. That should be plenty. Oops, I'm gonna cut that. We need to cut it first, Amy. Okay. We'll come in here. We'll make that same kind of gnarly wrapped loop. Kick back. Down just a little. We'll wrap a few times. 2, 3, and we'll do that 4th. Okay. Trim him off good. Go right back in where you came from. For me, that gives me the closest cut. Just tuck him in with his friends. Oh, I thought he still had a bit of a burr on him. Okay, we're good there now. So we have those two guys. Let's get rid of this. So we have our dangles, we have these guys, and we have our chain. So let me get out a couple more. Actually, just one I think we need of our little stainless steel guys just to connect them to the bottom of our chain. And the ear wire that I'm using for this today is from Beadbox Bargain's website. It's ear 186. It's one of my favorite ear wires. Okay, so we will put each of these guys on here, and then we will hook our chain bottom. And we'll close him up. Now our little dangles. This one has a little bit of a neck on it, so I'm going to go up a little higher than I would otherwise. So let's see where I want him to dangle. On the other one, I went almost halfway down, just because I didn't want them at the top. I wanted them kind of floating down a little low. But for him, having that extra neck, I'm going to come up just a little bit higher. Doesn't have to be perfect to the other side, not this time around, right? Because these are going to be flopping around anyways a little bit, dangling on this piece of chain. Make sure he's good and closed. Okay. Then we'll put his friend on. He has kind of a long neck too. So I'll put him just a couple below. And then our little piece that's left up at the top is what we are going to be hanging on our ear wire. So let's know where he is. Let's grab our other little ear wire. Let's see. And pop him on. Oh, I think Miss Olivia is going to love these. I think she's going to love it. Super happy. All right, just cleaning up our little guys. I don't want to lose a single seed bead. I love them all, each and every one of them. Okay, so we have our little set here. We have our little dangle earrings, our bracelet, and our super cute necklace for my very first project for Sam's bead box. Isn't this so cute, you guys? Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you would leave a comment, that would be great. Shares are great. And until we meet back here, right back here at this bead mat, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye, my friends.